First on CBS Mornings, a disturbing new congressional report out later today finds more cases of manufacturers selling baby food.
That clip you just saw? It's every parent's worst nightmare. You buy organic, you trust the label, you think you're safe. But what if I told you that some of the biggest organic brands in your pantry right now are hiding a dark secret? A secret buried in congressional reports, class action lawsuits, and FDA recall notices. Today, I'm exposing the truth. This is 10 dangerous organic brands that Americans should throw out, and 4 you can actually trust. Let's get into it. Number 10, Simple Truth, Kroger. You see it everywhere. The friendly green logo of Simple Truth, Kroger's billion-dollar house brand. It's on everything from organic milk to your kids' snacks. It promises clean ingredients and affordable price. It feels safe, but is it? In July 2025, a class action lawsuit was filed against Kroger. The charge? Deceptive labeling. The lawsuit alleged that Simple Truth's fruit and grain bars, which were clearly and prominently labeled as preservative-free, actually contained citric acid, a well-known preservative. Now you might be thinking, citric acid, what's the big deal? But it's not about the citric acid, it's about the lie. It's about a company making a promise on the front of the box that it breaks in the ingredient list on the back. The lawsuit put it plainly, Kroger knew what it was doing. It was a calculated deception to profit from your trust. And this wasn't a one-time mistake, it's a pattern. In 2014, Kroger was sued for deceptively marketing its chicken as humanely raised. In 2024, they were sued for misrepresenting the calorie count of their bread. And in November 2024, their organic carrots were part of the massive Grimway Farms E. coli recall that killed someone. This is a company with a history of saying one thing and doing another. And when a brand is willing to lie about the little things, you have to wonder, what else are they hiding? Simple Truth is sold in over 2,700 Kroger-owned stores across the United States. That's a lot of households buying products from a brand that's been caught lying on its labels. The brand generates over $1 billion in annual revenue for Kroger, and yet they can't seem to stop getting sued for deception. I definitely bought Simple Truth products before I knew better. The green packaging, the word organic, the reasonable price point, it all felt like a good deal. It wasn't. Number 9, Nature's Path. Nature's Path feels like a brand you can trust. It's a family-owned company, a pioneer in the organic movement. Their cereals and granolas are a staple in millions of American homes. They have the USDA Organic seal. They have the non-GMO Project Verified seal. They seem to check all the boxes. But in 2023, a lawsuit dropped a bombshell. It alleged that Nature's Path was selling products that contained GMOs, genetically modified organisms, the very thing their labels promised to protect you from. The lawsuit claimed that the company was using ingredients from non-compliant suppliers, a shocking betrayal from a brand that built its entire identity on purity and trust. Nature's Path denied the claims, of course, but the damage was done. The lawsuit exposed a critical vulnerability in the global organic supply chain, a system so complex and opaque that even a brand like Nature's Path could be compromised. And it wasn't their only scandal. In 2021, they were sued for overstating the protein content in their granola. The lawsuit alleged that Nature's Path was claiming 11 grams of protein per serving, when independent lab testing found the actual amount was significantly lower. In 2023, they were sued for marketing high-sugar toaster pastries as healthy due to potential listeria contamination. It's a troubling pattern of behavior that suggests a company more interested in marketing than in honesty. A company that is willing to bend the truth to make a sale. And that should make you question everything you see on their labels. Number 8, Muir Glen. For years, Muir Glen was the gold standard for organic canned tomatoes. You paid a premium for their products, believing you were getting the best. But for years, the linings of their cans contained a hidden danger: bisphenol A, B, PEA, a chemical linked to a terrifying list of health problems: cancer, heart disease, infertility, and it was leaching into the acidic tomatoes you were feeding your family. The company only switched to BPA-free cans after years of intense public pressure. The fact that an organic brand, a brand that is supposed to be about health and purity, would package its products in a can lined with a known toxin is a staggering betrayal of trust. But the story doesn't end there. Even after they made the switch, a 2024 report from the Environmental Working Group found that some of Muir Glen's cans still contained a BPA derivative called BPS, which some researchers believe may be just as harmful as BPA itself. and the company wasn't being transparent about it. And in January 2026, a 60-day notice of intent to sue was filed against them for violating California's Proposition 65, alleging that their tomato sauce exposes consumers to chemicals known to cause cancer and reproductive toxicity without a warning. This history of using toxic packaging and a lack of transparency makes Muir Glen a brand that has lost its right to your trust. But hey, hit the hype button and drop a comment. Did you know organic brands had these problems? Alright, let's keep going. Number 7. Earthbound Farm. Earthbound Farm is a giant in the organic produce world. Their pre-washed salads are a convenient, seemingly healthy choice for busy families. But in 2006, that convenience turned deadly. The brand was at the center of a massive E. coli O157H7 outbreak that sickened over 200 people and killed 3. The source? Contaminated spinach from their San Juan Bautista, California facility. Then, in 2024, they recalled more products for potential listeria contamination. These incidents are a grim reminder that organic does not mean pathogen-free. In fact, the prohibition of chemical sanitizers in organic farming can paradoxically increase the risk of contamination. The 2006 outbreak should have been a wake-up call, but it wasn't. Subsequent recalls for Salmonella in 2012 and E. coli in 2015 show that systemic safety issues persist. And I want to be fair here. No brand is immune to contamination. But when a company has this many incidents over this many years, it stops being bad luck and starts being a systemic failure. This long and troubling history of food safety failures makes Earthbound Farm a brand that you should think twice about before putting in your cart. And I want to be clear, I'm not saying never eat salad. I'm saying be aware of who's growing it. Earthbound Farm is owned by White Wave Foods, which is owned by Danone, a massive, multinational corporation. When a company that big is handling your pre-washed organic spinach, the margins for error are enormous, and the history shows they've exceeded those margins more than once. Number 6. Grimway Farms. Grimway Farms is another behemoth of the organic produce industry, famous for its baby carrots. But in November 2024, the company was forced to issue a massive nationwide recall of its organic carrots after they were linked to a multi-state E. coli O121:H19 outbreak. The CDC confirmed 48 illnesses, 20 hospitalizations, and 1 death across 19 states. The CDC issued a stark warning, telling consumers not to eat, sell, or serve any of the recalled products. This was a catastrophic failure that highlights the dangers of an industrialized organic system. When one farm's mistake can trigger a nationwide health crisis, it's a clear sign the system is broken. The recall was especially alarming because it involved a product often eaten raw by children: baby carrots, the snack you pack in your kid's lunchbox. This wasn't their first offense. Grimway had previous recalls for Salmonella in 2021 and E. coli in 2022, demonstrating a shocking and repeated disregard for consumer safety. And beyond food safety, the company has faced legal trouble for its labor practices, including a 2025 discrimination lawsuit and a 2025 order to pay over $400,000 in back wages and penalties. If this is opening your eyes, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's coming next. Alright, back to the video. Number 5. Horizon Organic. Horizon Organic, North America's largest organic milk supplier, has built its brand on images of happy cows and green pastures. But the reality is far different. In January 2025, the company recalled 20,000 cases of milk for premature spoilage. The milk was going bad before the sell-by date, and consumers were none the wiser until they opened the carton. For years, they've been accused of failing to meet their organic and animal welfare promises. A 2022 Washington Post investigation, complete with drone footage, revealed that Horizon sources milk from massive factory farms where cows have little to no access to pasture. A 2018 report from the Cornucopia Institute found their milk contained higher levels of antibiotics than many conventional brands. And in 2023, PETA exposed extreme animal suffering at a Texas supplier, including cows with untreated injuries and infections. This is a company that has repeatedly prioritized profits over principles, selling a pastoral fantasy that is simply not true. Number 4. Annie's Homegrown. Annie's Homegrown, beloved for its organic mac and cheese, was hit with a class action lawsuit in 2021, alleging its products contain phthalates, dangerous chemicals used in plastics and linked to asthma, ADHD, and reproductive issues. The lawsuit claims Annie's knew about the contamination for years and did nothing to warn consumers. This is an unconscionable betrayal from a brand that markets itself as a safe choice for children. The case, which is still ongoing, could have massive implications for the food industry. And it's not their only issue. Annie's has also been sued for deceptively marketing its fruit snacks and ice cream sandwiches. And in 2013, they recalled 7 kinds of frozen pizza due to the risk of metal fragments in the dough. Metal fragments in organic pizza marketed to kids. This is a company with a clear pattern of misleading its customers in the pursuit of profit. Number 3. Plum Organics. Plum Organics is another popular organic baby food brand. But a 2021 congressional report revealed a horrifying truth. Their products contained dangerously high levels of toxic heavy metals, including arsenic, lead, and cadmium. Some products had arsenic levels 20 times the FDA's limit for bottled water. 20 times! The company has since been flooded with lawsuits from parents whose children have suffered severe developmental problems. This is a company that knowingly sold poison to babies, and they are still on our shelves today. The congressional report, titled "Baby Foods Are Tainted with Dangerous Levels of Arsenic, Lead, Cadmium, and Mercury," was a bombshell that exposed a systemic problem. Yet, the FDA has been slow to act, leaving parents in the dark. A 2022 lawsuit is seeking to force Plum Organics to add warning labels, but the damage has already been done. And this isn't their only issue. The company has a history of recalls for other problems, including a 2013 recall for spoilage and a 2014 recall for a choking hazard. Number 2. Beech-Nut. Beech-Nut, a trusted baby food brand for over 90 years, issued a voluntary recall of its single-grain rice cereal in June 2021 after it was found to contain arsenic levels exceeding the FDA's limit. In a stunning move, the company also announced it was permanently leaving the infant rice cereal market. This was a shocking admission of failure from an industry cornerstone and a clear sign that the problem of heavy metals in baby food is a deeply entrenched systemic issue. The recall was a major turning point, putting pressure on the FDA to act and permanently damaging Beech-Nut's reputation. Even after the recall, a 2023 report from the Environmental Working Group found that Beech-Nut's other products still contain high levels of heavy metals, including lead and cadmium. And the 2021 congressional report found that Beech-Nut had used ingredients that tested as high as 913 parts per billion of arsenic and 887 parts per billion of lead. These are staggering levels that are far beyond any reasonable safety standard. And I came across multiple accounts from parents who said their pediatricians had flagged elevated lead levels in their children's blood tests, only to trace it back to Beech-Nut products they had been feeding them for months. Number 1. Gerber. That's right, the most iconic baby food brand in the world is also one of the most dangerous. The same 2021 congressional report that exposed Plum Organics and Beech-Nut found that Gerber's products also contained dangerously high levels of toxic heavy metals. The report revealed that 2 of Gerber's infant rice cereal products contained inorganic arsenic levels above the FDA's limit, and the company had failed to recall them. The report also found that many of Gerber's other products, including their popular puffs and purees, contained dangerous levels of lead, cadmium, and mercury. This is a company that has been poisoning babies for profit for years, and they have shown absolutely no remorse. If you have any Gerber products in your pantry, throw them out now. The Gerber case is perhaps the most egregious example of corporate malfeasance in the baby food industry. The company has a long and sordid history of putting profits ahead of safety, and they have repeatedly been caught lying to the public about the safety of their products. The 2021 congressional report was a damning indictment of the company's practices, and it should have been a wake-up call for parents everywhere. But, incredibly, Gerber is still the #1 baby food brand in the world. It's a testament to the power of marketing, and a sad commentary on the state of our food system. Gerber spends hundreds of millions of dollars every year on advertising. They put a cute baby on the label. They use words like natural and gentle and trusted. And parents buy it because why wouldn't they? The brand has been around since 1928. It's what their parents used. It's what their grandparents used. It feels safe. It isn't. And in 2024, a new lawsuit was filed against Gerber, alleging that the company had failed to warn consumers about the risks of heavy metals in their products. The lawsuit, which is still ongoing, seeks to force Gerber to add a warning label to their products and to compensate consumers who have been harmed by their deceptive practices. And in January 2025, they recalled their Soothe and Chew teething sticks due to a potential choking hazard. Let that sink in. The #1 baby food brand in America is recalling teething sticks for choking hazards, while simultaneously fighting lawsuits for poisoning babies with heavy metals. And they're still on every shelf in every grocery store in the country. That's the world we live in. Okay, that was a lot, but they're not all bad. Before we get into the good ones, subscribe if you haven't already and tell me in the comments which of these brands is in your pantry right now. Let's get into the safe ones. #1. For baby food, choose Serenity Kids and Little Spoon. These two brands are leading the charge for safer baby food. Serenity Kids was founded in 2018 by parents who were horrified by what they found in conventional baby food. They use third-party labs to test for over 200 contaminants, including heavy metals, and they openly publish their results on their website, every single batch. Little Spoon does the same thing. They are setting a new standard for the industry by prioritizing safety and transparency above all else, giving parents the peace of mind they deserve. You can find Serenity Kids at Whole Foods, Target, and Amazon. Little Spoon is available online. They're more expensive than Gerber or Beech-Nut, but when it comes to what you're feeding your baby, you can't put a price on safety. #2. For produce, choose Certified Naturally Grown. If you can't buy local, look for the Certified Naturally Grown label. It's a grassroots alternative to the USDA Organic certification that is often more rigorous, transparent, and accountable, ensuring your food is grown in a way you can trust. Unlike USDA Organic, which is administered by the federal government and has been criticized for being too lenient with large industrial farms, Certified Naturally Grown is a peer review system where farmers inspect each other's operations. It's harder to fake, and it's harder to buy your way through. You can find CNG certified farms at your local farmers market or search the directory at naturallygrown.org. #3. For dairy, choose Maple Hill and Kelowna Supernatural. These companies are committed to animal welfare and sustainable agriculture, and their products are a world away from the industrial-scale dairy sold by brands like Horizon Organic. Maple Hill is a 100% grass-fed, organic dairy brand based in New York. Every farm in their network is certified by the American Grass-Fed Association, which requires that cows are raised on pasture year-round. Kelowna Supernatural is an Iowa-based brand that sources milk from small Amish and Mennonite farms. Their cows are pasture-raised and never given antibiotics or synthetic hormones. Both brands are available at Whole Foods and other natural food retailers. You can also look for the American Grass-Fed Association seal, which is another strong indicator of high-quality, pasture-raised dairy that is better for the animals, the environment, and you. #4. For packaged goods, choose Thrive Market. Thrive Market is an online marketplace that sells a wide variety of organic and non-GMO products at a discount. They vet their brands for quality and transparency, so you can be sure you're getting safe, high-quality products. They also have a great selection of their own brand of organic products, which are all third-party tested for purity and potency. A membership costs about $60 a year, but most members save far more than that on their grocery bills. And Thrive Market has a strict policy of not carrying brands that have been involved in deceptive labeling or food safety scandals. That alone makes it worth the price of admission. So there you have it, 10 organic brands with recalls, lawsuits, and contamination you can't ignore. Check your pantry tonight. If any of those 10 brands are in there, it's time for an upgrade. Share this with someone who needs to see it, and I'll see you in the next one.